Hi guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. Today is our lecture number 2 in the SQL series. In this lecture, we will learn about renaming of fields. Okay, so let's now take an example. Let's take 3 columns. Let's run the query. Here we can see we got 3 columns. Now what if we want column number instead of col hash? Can we do that? Sure. We have to rename the field and we will write space and then column number. Will it give us any error? Let's check if you guessed it right. It won't give us any error. However, it will rename the column as column number. Have you guys noticed that I have written all small here, but it returned me in all capital? So it doesn't matter if you use capitals or smalls in a non-quoted identifier. We will talk about quoted identifiers in just a second, but if it is non-quoted identifiers, it doesn't affect the column name if you write it as capital or small. Now let's check this. See, it simply don't impacted us, and we can use the underscore here. See, but we can't use space in between. It will throw us the error. And apart from space, we can't use the number in front of non-quoted identifiers. It will again give us errors. However, we can use number in the end or in between anywhere on an unquoted identifier. See, apart from numbers, we can use three special character actually. It's the first is underscore, the second is $sign, and the third is hash sign, and it will still won't throw any error. Now in the non-quoted identifier, we have a limitation that we can't use space, and it will always return the name in capitals. So we will use quoted identifiers here. And now let's run the query. See, when we used quoted identifier to rename our column, it returned us in capital as well as small letters. And in the quoted identifiers, we can also use space. You can see. So in non-quoted identifiers, you can't use space. You can't name with the number at the beginning, and in the quoted identifiers we can use space and we can use number at the beginning. Also we can use capital and small letters explicitly. It will show as a column name. Now let's see if by any human error we used our quoted identifier till the end of the statement. Now let's run the query and see what happened. So the computer got confused as the whole statement is a name for the column hash. So it won't give us any error if anything like this happened. Okay, so we can use 1 to 30 characters for the naming of any column, and let's say I write more than 30 characters. There must be more than 30, and see, the identifier is too long because it can't identify more than 30 bytes. Okay, so we must use our name within 30 words. Now let's say, what if we quote the column name around? We will simply quote it around and run the query. Oops, it's sent us an error. But wait a minute, I will capitalize the name, and now let's run the query. See, voila, the name is changed and it is recognized as a column. So if we write column name in capital letters under quoted identifiers, the SQL will still recognize it as a column name. So guys, that's it for the lecture. So guys, that's it for today, and I will meet you guys soon in next lecture.